Communication is received according to the mood of the receiver. In today's gospel reading, we have read the story told by Jesus about the sower who has gone out to sow some seeds. According to Jesus, some fell on a fertile land, some fell on a rocky land, some fell with a land full of thorns. Then you ask yourself, the sower that sowed these seeds that fell on the fertile land, isn't he the same sower that sowed the ones that fell on the rocky land? The seeds that fell on the rocky lands had the same opportunity as the ones that fell on the fertile land. Just like I mentioned initially before I began the reflection about information being received according to the mood of the receiver, clearly shows that your disposition towards God, the much you know about God, would affect every other thing you do as a believer or as a Christian or as an aspiring Christian, somebody who desires to find a faith, who desires to know who and to know what to believe in. This is one of the reasons Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do you think I am?" Just to know how much they know him, how much they have tried to find out who he is. If you go to church merely because you feel it as an obligation, the information you receive in church might fall on a rocky land. You won't assimilate the information, just like the person that goes to church because he believes that this is the house of the Lord, that this is what he is supposed to do for his own sake. If you go to church because you feel you are going to church to keep God happy, to feed God, to give God what he eats, just like we say and sing most times. If you feel that you going to church, you being a believer, is beneficial to God, the way you perceive God, the way you perceive the church, the way you perceive those activities won't be the same as someone who believes solely that he is doing this for his own good. Work on your perspective. Work on the way you see things first before you look at the information you receive. Soften your heart. Till the soil. Till your heart. Get your heart ready to receive. Ease your heart to learn and unlearn. That is the only way the seeds which the sower is planting can germinate and bear fruit in you. If you don't get your heart ready to receive, if you don't get your heart ready to learn, the seeds will continuously fall on a rocky land, which is your soul, which you have locked out from listening and obeying. Thank you for joining me in today's The Word Nourishes.